Have more loose FPS limits. My AEG shoots 380 to 420 and can vary depending on the battery. Okay, well, bring the battery that keeps it under 400. And pending your questions, I love you. What up, nerds? Bearded Field Operations Manager James here. Wanted to kind of go over the survey so far as the results we've had. Right now, it is the 8th of April. It's about 4:30 in the evening, and we have, if you can see up here, 94 folks have taken it. So thank you to all 94 of you. And for those of you that haven't, what's up, bro? Some of these I'm going to kind of breeze through real quick because I don't really want this to be a crazy long video. Faster rules, more play. The rules brief, we can tailor it to be a little bit quicker. But you got to understand, the rules brief is what the rules brief is. If you want less problems, you have to be specific with your rules. The only way we can do that is by having an efficient, not a lengthy rules briefing, but by going through each of our rules so we don't have these problems. It helps, man. It really does help. Separate HPA from regular AEG players. I would wait longer to play rounds with people like me, AEG semi, no Russian. No, we're not going to do that. Here's how weekends go. We have 3 fields. Main field, side field, speed field. On Sundays, we usually do the first couple games with rentals off to the side just to get them kind of used to everything, and then everyone sort of comes together on the main field. Sometimes we will break it up and put different groups onto the side field. But if you don't like what's going on the main field, it is incumbent upon you to either do something else on the side field or go to the speed field and do something else. But we have 3 fields for you to choose from. Good luck. Stop letting regular home player do anything they want. Taco player has attitude and overshooting on field. Which one? You tell me which Tacos player, I'll go talk to their captain directly. Or I'll just go talk to my chief finance officer who's on Tacos. So you be more specific with your problems, and I'll specifically address them. But most of Tacos guys haven't really been on the main field in quite a while. They mostly just stay on the speed field so they can get ready for their next tournament. I think it would be really cool to have some bunkers. No, we're not digging into the ground. Let me make this perfectly clear. The way that the land is it. We're not expanding anymore. The main field is as big as it is. That's it. We're not doing anything to the land. We're not digging in it. All we do is we change the structures and the layout and the position of structures, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. Once we get our 4th field up, you get 4 fields to choose from, or you're going to have to find another field to go to. We're not going to put vehicles on there. We're not going to have a trench system. We're not going to have cool caves. No, it's not going to happen. It's not feasible. There's too much liability, and it's just going to cost us way too much money to do on a tiny CQB field. What you do need to do is go up to Oroville and try that field out there. That's called Combat Zone. Or try All Patriot is a little bit more wider. There is in Hollister, there is, I think it's called AO13, which might be more your style. But if you're starting to get to a point where you're like, oh, I want to play on a specific type of field. Hey, bro, we're the wrong field that you want. Stop coming to the field. You need to start driving 2, 3, 4 hours away to these fields that have these things on them, and you need to look at where they're at. Bigger pro shop with inventory. Who you telling? There's plans to expand the pro shop, but it's basically a snack bar with guns until we can secure something better. We're limited on space. Killing it. Shorten the time in between games. That's fair. In the winter we might do that, so we try to regularly have a 10 on 10 off period. And I'll be honest, even that isn't enough for some players, because when we call for the field, it still takes them, goodness knows how long for them to put on their little gloves and all their little accessories and accoutrements. Still takes them a while. In the summer, we are going to keep a 10-minute break period in the hopes that all players use that time to adequately hydrate themselves. Whether or not that's going to happen, I don't know, but at least we're providing the opportunity. More attentiveness when plates are complaining about cheat. I'm assuming you said players, my guy. Here's the thing that we need. When you come to us, we need specifics. Don't just... A lot of the reason... I don't want to say that we don't really pay attention, but when a player comes up to me and as they're walking off and goes, hey, that guy in the BDUs over there is not calling his hits. Okay, thanks, bye. And that's literally what'll happen. They will come up, they'll give a vague description, say they're not cheating, and they just keep walking off the field. What do you expect us to do with that information? Here's what we need. Who? I don't mean, like, give me a specific person. In fact, if you want to wait with us while all the players are coming off and point them out, we would actually appreciate that, as long as you're standing with a staff member while you're doing it. That's great. The best way to do it is show us your footage. That's the #1 way to do it. Footage, footage, footage. You cannot dispute footage. Please do that. Take that into account also. Stricter FPS enforcement. We are chronoing random players and HBA players to make sure that the joules are right and that they have their little HBA tank caps as well. Chairs in the staging area. Nope. How about this? You bring your own chairs. Longer hours and more rentals than just Sundays. No, not going to happen. The only time you're going to have rentals is going to be Sundays, private events, and Kids Day. Well, PB Play Kids Day. That's it. Saturdays are for self-equipped players to play free of the newer players and rental players and all that stuff. Sundays are for rental players and newer players. Which can do, you could buy a gun from us. You can do that. 2-story buildings will, listen to me, look right here. We're never going to have a 2-story building. It's never going to happen. Never. You want a 2-story building, you need to go to Stockton to CQB City, because we're never going to get one. Go to Stockton. Go to CQB City. Tell them I said hi. Lower the amount of buildings and bunkers on the field and split the speed players from the regulars, like how CQB City runs their speed nights. I didn't know City still did speed nights, and I don't really know how you would point out a speed player. Because if you're telling me to look at a person and judge them by how they're dressed, well then no, we're not going to discriminate people based upon their appearance. That's unethical. Lower the amount of buildings and bunkers on the main field. No, we are a tight CQB field. We will always be a tight CQB field. Again, if you don't like that, you need to check out All Patriot or go to CQB City. All Patriot is 4 times bigger than we are, and their buildings are way more spaced out. They can accommodate that style more, but we keep our engagements as close as possible to minimize as much as possible shrugging of a hit. So the closer you are, the closer you should shoot someone, and theoretically, in that instance, they'd feel it. I like it the way it is. I like you the way you are. Would like to see Speed Soft tournament. I don't know what a Speed Soft tournament is. We're gonna try and host some more 5-player tournaments, probably similar to a Speed QB style rule set. We're gonna try and do a Jungle Ball tournament later this year, maybe, if N1 will bless us enough to do that. We're going to try and do that more. We got some plans for tournaments, but because of what I have coming up now, kind of because of some of the other events we're trying to test with, guys, we're only 4 months into this. We're 4 months into operation. I got tons of plans. Anyone that hangs out with me, anyone that talks with me, anyone that knows me, knows I've always got stuff up here that I'm just trying to pull out of my head and throw it in your face. A bit more warning before matches. Sometimes a 5-minute break will be 10-15 with a 60-second warning. That's fair. That is on us to keep the consistency with that. I have instructed my staff to put at an 8 to 10 minute break period based on kind of how the field's vibing at the time. No less than 8 minutes, no more than 10, because we're rolling into the warmer months. So I want to make sure everyone gets an adequate break period so they don't pass out on the field. I don't know, it's good the way it is. You're good the way you are. Nothing, I love it. I love you. Bigger field, not gonna happen. The land we have is all we have. That's it. The land size ain't changing. It ain't. Generator, never gonna, we're also never gonna get, stop asking for power, start bringing USB chargers, start bringing more charged batteries, start bringing solar powered chargers. There's plenty of ways that you can keep charging your batteries without a direct outlet. You just have to know how to do them. Nothing needs to change. You don't need to change. Binary is not going to happen for Saturdays and Sundays. It's not. It's never going to happen again. We tried it. Few players took advantage of it, so you don't get it anymore. Now, if you want to go on the side field with a group of friends and do binary burst games on your own, just let a staff member know that's what you're doing. Cool. If you want to do that on the speed field on your own with your friends, go do that. I really think you underestimate how much freedom you have on our field because everyone thinks that they're confined to the main field. You're not. Pick your gear up, go to the speed field for a few hours, and leave us alone. Or Juggernaut. Juggernauts, usually we try to do that like a monthly thing because we don't want to keep doing it too much and then sort of watering like, oh, cool, another Juggernaut. I don't want Juggernaut to be viewed as the same way as TDM, basically. Lower the price if we want to play just the speed field. No. More strict on the rules or make a no HPA day. No. Trenches, vehicle, wider field. No. Monitor the group of teenagers that attend every weekend who never get chronoed HPA. They brag about mag dumping on kids. Okay? You point them out to me. You point them out. Go, that one, that one, that one, that one. I will take care of it. But again, what group of teenagers? I don't know. More objective game modes. DM me on the field, or me personally, TA_Caber, CABER. Give me some ideas for some game modes, because I'm not going to lie, I am bored to death with TDM, Touch the Cone, Domination, blah, 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 blah. I am bored to tears with the same games. I can't think of any more games. I have a super cool game coming out for Milsim Day because of how that event is tailored, but I need more Saturday, Sunday games that are simple enough for more or less everyone. So like just barely intermediate rule set. That makes sense. I need those. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Tell me what to play. Reduce the price. No, you know what? I'm going to charge you more. Add more variety to the speed field. We're trying to come up with more, like another layout for the speed field. We probably won't change it for a while, but the layout that it is right now and the size that it is right now, most likely that's what you're getting for the rest of the year. Next year we may look at some changes based on kind of how it holds up throughout the year and the weather, but this is the speed field pretty much for the rest of 2021. More strict with cheaters. All right, point them out. Show me footage. Shorter rule brief. No. How are you going to say that you want a shorter rule brief but also complain about cheaters? Keep being awesome. You keep being awesome. Stricter FPS on the HPA boys. What about the HPA girls? Work weekends from 8 to 2. For the summer, we are going to be open on Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Wednesday, starting probably the first Wednesday in June. But we might change our general play hours in the summer. I'm trying not to, but we're going to have to see what the weather looks like. Make it concrete? No. Why do people come to our field? Let's find out. We're nice. We're nice. We're friendly. It's close. It's close. It's fun. Is that how you spell camaraderie? Is camaraderie capitalized? Staff is very friendly, except me. Because you guys have an amazing shop, great employees, and I spoke, yay! It's the closest, and it's the best. That's convenient. Have a good time. That's good. It has a good playing field, and it's open on Fridays. Yay! Staff is great. Yay! Closest. Yay! Because you're cheap. Bro. Couldn't say like affordable? Cost effective? I'm cheap.